You mentioned Tupac earlier. You knew him when he was alive?
Absolutely.
You got a good Pac story for us?
Well, me and Pac had we had someone in common that I think that we both love. You know what I'm saying? At that time, girl that was she was the West Coast Yo-Yo.
I'm about to say it. Yeah. Was it Yo-Yo? Because I'm old enough to remember all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Someone that but you know what I mean? I have a deep admiration and love for,
she's still fine, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to her. She has a wonderful husband, and you know what I mean? She's a good friend of mine as well, still to this day. But I think me and Pac, being young, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't see necessarily eye to eye, because obviously we had a girl in common.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it is.
He said, don't play with my yo-yo.
Yeah. Now, Black Muslims. Lil Durk.
Absolutely.
He's, I know, you know him personally.
Yes.
He's going through a lot right now. We recently had Duty Low come up here and sit down with us, who's a personal friend as well as an artist on his label. What's your thoughts on everything that's going on with him?
Well, man, both him and Von, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of respect for them, you know what I mean? Meeting them, and they're two very humble guys. Durk walked Devin out, early on in the showbox Showtime days. But I just think he's smarter than that, or this was the biggest apple dumpling gang or experience that you could ever go through.
Bad timing.
Yeah. But more importantly, he was the voice, right?
Yep.
And he should have been protected. And I think a lot of times with in our community, we want them to stay with us instead of protecting them and let them take us where we need to go. I protect Devin as much as I can, and we allow Devin to take our family to heights that I wasn't able to do. And I think that they did a disservice to Durk by constantly saying there was no get back for Von. There was no get back for Von. There was no get back for Von. You know what I mean?
Right.
When, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate because it was two teams that were together at one time, to go through that. But it just sounds like a real apple dumpling game when you talk about how they did it, if allegedly, allegedly, of course, you know what I'm saying? So I wish him well, but that is another one of those things that did Durk actually call the shot, or were they on their own? And was he doing what he does anyway, is provide and give to them? You know what I mean? And once that thing gets started, the first thing of any rapper or any entertainer in our community, it's a on the side telling you, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. You don't want me to do it? I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And they say, oh, he don't want to, and it puts the artist or the entertainer in a position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm able to, because my maturity and also experiencing what I've experienced, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Nigga over there talking that fuck. Listen, he can talk that shit. When I came in here, I was on the internet with some trolls. I don't even know these and the be saying some weird shit to me. They be like, how can you sit up and you know what I mean? It's just the way I am. I was raised to, you gotta have thicker skin than that. And I think that it had to start out over an argument. It didn't start over somebody owing somebody some money. It started out over this. And at some point in time, your skin got to get thick enough that you got to say that I'm a big man, and You know what I mean?
It ain't worth my life. It
Right.
ain't worth the money, everything we built, everything I accomplished, throwing
Right.
it all away because you want to talk shit.
Yeah,
I'd rather not.
Right.
I'm bigger.
So you
Right.
you think that there's a possibility that he actually faces life, or you think it's a witch hunt and he should be coming home?
Well, with the feds, they're a percentage, right? They have a high percentage and they say when they got you, when they indict you, they got you.
Yeah.
Why feds
Right.
though? Why feds and not state?
State don't know how to do RICO.
Yeah, that's because Thug, right? He just had a RICO
Yeah.
charge, right?
State RICO, right?
Yeah,
State
but that
RICO.
shit fell apart. Most of, I mean,
That's what I'm saying. How do the feds? Why are the feds stepping in this?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Right, that's a good question. But that's another apple dumpling gang, right? Woodies and the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a hell of a mogul, music mogul. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't the brightest street nigga.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But when did we get to that point? Because I mean, you remember this back in the day, like the rapper of a crew was like the mouthpiece.
Right.
Like
That's Oakland.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like he was talking about the gangsters, the hood. He wasn't the actual boss. Like when did we get to the point?
I could give it to you. I can like yesterday. Okay, so Richie Rich, he was signed to
I remember that.
named Jed.
Yeah.
Right. Then you had
We saw Richie Rich with Lil Russell.
Lil Russell. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna mention that too. Then you had Too Short. He was signed to a guy named Teddy Bohannon. You had who was the rest of them guys? Mention some of them dudes. Like it was the older dudes. But they were all signed to different various guys, right? They weren't the guys that was in the mix. You know what I mean? They were the guys that were what you said. Like Tupac, he said it best. He says, I'm only talking about the stories that I see. And it was a shift in where now, instead of just reporting it, he was a ghetto reporter, right? He was reporting the streets. But it was a shift in now they actually have to be authentic. They actually have to not have to have done what they're rapping, right? Instead of entertaining us with the music, they're telling us their life, and implicating themselves, right? So it's been a big shift in what a quote unquote entertainer is supposed to be.
Absolutely.
I have to place it maybe around Murder Was the Case, or maybe when Pac, maybe it was Pac, because Pac dropped Me Against the World in prison and it went #1.
Yes.
First time that shit ever happened.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Now, we were just speaking about one of those guys, Diddy, and Garcia seems to continuously put up the picture of Haney at the Diddy party. Have you ever been at a Diddy party?
No. But I'll tell you one thing is, boy, you see who got the Diddy on their mind. I've never seen so many niggas.
The Diddy.
They got the Diddy on their mind because
That's
got
funny.
the Diddy on their mind. Listen,
That's a new track right there.
Yeah.
Diddy on their mind.
Yeah, but anytime you see two guys on a picture and you start picturing anything other than what's on the picture, you got the Diddy on your mind. Yeah. This be sitting up. No, he do. He be fantasizing.
Yeah.
Garcia be fantasizing on what could have happened or what you think that happened or some shit like that. Man, just look at the picture, dog.
Strange.
You see what I'm saying?
The picture don't even look crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying this. So you're gonna see Oprah. If you see Oprah and him, or you see, you know what I mean? You just start, or whoever it is, Martha Stewart or whoever. The man that took a picture with a bunch of people. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
Everybody. So everybody that you see, with, that's what's on your mind. Now, what you have to do is, you know, it can be, you say, well, damn, I'm gonna wait and see all these that get busted that was doing the shit, if that's what Diddy was doing. Because I don't know.
Right.
I'm not an industry, you know what I'm saying? I was really in the streets, so I was never invited to the brunches, the lunches, the after parties. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very opinionated. You know what I'm saying? So if I seen two niggas doing something, then I would definitely ask, what kind of establishment is this? You know what I mean? So I think,
Get me out of here.
yeah, so I think within that, the real that don't participate didn't go. You know what I'm saying? And me being one of them. You know what I'm saying? But the real is back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
because now, you know, where I didn't know why I didn't get invited. I know I've been putting in work like a mother, and behind that, I didn't know why I didn't get an invitation. You see what I'm saying? But now I know now that it's the flyest thing in the world to not been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
man. Everything come out in the wash.
Yeah, yeah.
You do
My
not
girl,
want to be
you
on
know,
that list.
Yeah. I heard my girl, she was talking to one of her girlfriends and she said, yeah, my man ain't never been to no party like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a flex,
Now, that's
right.
the flex.
How does Dev feel about it though? Because they're trying to trash him online, saying, "Yo, you had your shirt off in the hot tub with him." Like, how does Devin feel about that?
It was if you look at the picture, it was girls, it was everything. In the pool was girls and everything in the back and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So
let's keep it 100 too, right? Before all these allegations, before all of them, you're with Diddy at a Diddy party. You're probably gonna be like, "Yo, catch a flick."
Of
Right?
course.
Like, this is Diddy. Like, you got to realize that the same shit with
Over.
Trump. I've said about Trump a lot of times. Before Trump ran for election, everybody was fucking with Trump. You seen Trump, you go take a picture with Trump. All the rappers had pictures with him. He was in all those movies and those little cut scenes. He's in music videos. Everybody loved him on The Apprentice, right? And then he goes for election, and then it's like, Trump's racist. Don't go near him. Diddy was like, Diddy's an icon. Right? He's the what is it? Black excellence.
absolutely.
It was spoken about a lot. Black excellence when you speak about Diddy. You see Diddy run up on the street, bro. Right now, if you ran into Diddy, there's a good chance you're gonna go take a picture with Diddy. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit different now. You might be like, "Yo, don't put your hand on my shoulder." You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But you're gonna take a picture with Diddy.
Man, if they taking pictures with Woody, they gonna take a picture with Diddy. You dig what I'm saying?
Hello.